presentation by European Business Association. Let's talk about the role of wooden pallets. European trade is fully dependent on them. Moldova is not an exception. The absolute majority of Moldovan exports are being transported on pallets. More than 90% of pallets in Moldova are made from wood. Of course, there are pellets made from metal and plastic, but they're way too expensive for Moldovan producers, so their use is primarily limited to the food processing industry and the pharmaceutical industry. Production of wooden pellets in Europe is subject to very strict requirements. There exists a large number of treating insects and larvae which can seriously damage European forests. Since wooden pallets freely move across the European continent, they can easily spread infestation of these dangerous species. In order to prevent infestation, all the producers of wooden pallets in Europe are subject to a very strict standard called ISMP15. This piece of European regulation describes the necessary disinfection procedures. First of all pallet manufacturers within the European Union are equipped with specialized industrial heaters. All the assembled pallets are heat processed for 30 minutes at a temperature of at least 50 degrees Celsius. High temperatures kill all the insects and larvae hidden within the pieces of wood. Thanks to this procedure, infestation doesn't spread from one European country to another. In order to ensure compliance, all wooden pallets manufactured within Europe are marked with special burn stamps. Thanks to this stamp, if you look at any wooden pallet in Europe, you can trace its origins to a specific manufacturer. In theory, ISMP15 is compulsory in Moldova. In fact, it doesn't really work. All the certificates which are issued by ANSA are signed and issued without any physical control. Every month, Moldovan exporters use about 15,000 wooden pallets. If one of them is infested by dangerous insects and larvae, this could block all Moldovan exports to its major markets, both within the EU and the Russian Federation. This scenario is not unprecedented. Some time ago, the European authorities have blocked the use of Portuguese wooden pallets. Certain Portuguese forests are infested by a dangerous species called coniferous wood-eating nematode. Since some wooden pallets made in Portugal were not heat processed, this nematode was spreading across Europe, so the European authorities have blocked the use of all the wooden pallets made in Portugal, and Portuguese exporters had to switch to very expensive plastic and metal pallets. Plastic pallets are an alternative, but they're 7 times more expensive than wooden pallets. Furthermore, plastic pallets are not manufactured in Moldova, so Moldovan exports would become much more expensive should this switch happen. Also, Moldovan government could be sanctioned by the European Commission for not complying with the ISMP15 agreement. 2 government agencies have the authority to resolve this problem: ANSA and the Customs Service. EBA suggests that all pallet manufacturers should be licensed by ANSA. All pallet manufacturers should be obliged to acquire thermal treatment equipment to ensure that all the manufactured pallets are safe. Pallet manufacturers should replace seals with burn stamps. Thus, it will be very easy to control the origin of each wooden pallet manufactured in Moldova. Since most of the wooden pallets are being used for export, the Customs Service should prohibit the use of wooden pallets which are not properly marked by the manufacturer. Heat processing of pallets costs approximately €1 per piece, so if you export 1 trailer of Moldovan goods, it will become more expensive by only €26. Another problem associated with the lack of regulation is illegal wood trade. Today, about 20,000 wooden pallets are manufactured every month from lumber which lacks proof of origin. Most of this material comes from state-owned forests in Moldova and is effectively stolen every month. Once pallet manufacturers become licensed, they would have to acquire certificates of origin for the lumber used. Thus, stricter regulation will save thousands of cubic meters of Moldovan lumber, which is currently acquired illegally. Enforcement of ISMP15 will also increase the revenue of Moldsilva, which manages all state-owned forests in Moldova. At the moment, it's very easy to sell illegally acquired lumber to wooden pallet manufacturers. So the introduction of licensing and proper regulation will effectively destroy the market for illegal wood trade in Moldova. Furthermore, mandatory certification will increase the tax base of the pallet industry. Since pallet manufacturers will have to acquire the raw material legally, they would have to declare higher revenues and they would have to declare the true number of workers employed. Overall, this will significantly increase the amount of tax paid to the government budget. EBA recommends to create an interagency group consisting of ANSA customs and tax authorities to ensure compliance with ISMP 15. The creation of a civilized market for wooden pallet trade will be beneficial for everyone.